Let's do this. Let's use the New York Times Midi crossword puzzle as a learning exercise for students who wish to improve your English vocabulary. The New York Times has recently started publishing this mid-sized crossword puzzle, which is not too difficult, but does have some challenging vocabulary that people who are learning English as a second language might not have encountered. Words that people use in familiar contexts, in sayings, expressions, a lot of things that are not what you might learn in an ordinary textbook that might never come up in a regular English class. So what we're going to do is every day, or whenever I have a chance to do it, we'll do the Midi, and we will talk about the words as we go along. The point is not to prove that we can do the crossword puzzle, to do it as quickly as we can. The point is to use the crossword puzzle and the clues that they give you to expand your English vocabulary. Maybe there's a word that has one meaning that you know, but a lot of other little meanings that a native speaker would understand from the clue. There's a little joke inside there or something. So we'll look at that, and also there will be lots of words that refer to something you might not have seen, and so we'll pause for a moment and go and find an image on the internet to show you what that is, because a picture is worth 1,000 words. So we'll show you that picture, maybe explain it. Normally the puzzle should take about 10 minutes to do. It'll probably take us a little bit longer because we're going to make these little pauses, go elsewhere on the internet to investigate certain words. There are also words that we're going to skip. So often a crossword puzzle will have an actor's name or the name of a movie, or it'll ask for a word in Spanish or French. Those are not important for you for learning your English vocabulary. They're important for completing the puzzle, so we'll just quickly go through those. I might call them non-vocab or something like that. Really, the idea is for you to learn new English vocabulary to the extent that the puzzle puts it forward. If we do it frequently, as many days a week as I'm able to make these videos, then bit by bit you'll learn new words without being overloaded with tons of new words. Now I urge you but you can watch the videos on their own without doing the puzzle yourself and still learn and grow your vocabulary. Every time I put a new video on, I will also update on the backside so that you will always be able to access the newest video through the address kamu.si/newestmidi. This is something that I've been planning for quite some time. I've done a lot of experimenting. I really wanted to do it as a live exercise where I was interacting with some of you in real time while doing the puzzle. But technologically, it was just too much bandwidth, too many pieces with microphones and conference calls that were just not going to work together to do it live on YouTube. So instead, I'm just going to talk. I will try to talk slowly and clearly and use relatively straightforward vocabulary. I'm also going to use fairly low-tech screen recording software because the more complicated stuff is actually more likely to crash in the middle of recording doing the crossword puzzles. So we'll make some compromises. But the intent really is to help you learn English from the inside without having to go into a class. Just click here, come back every day, come back and always check to see whether there's something at the link for newest Midi. Make sure to subscribe to the Pirate Professor channel so that this appears in your feed. If you really enjoy it, please go to the Patreon link and you can chip into the cost of making this happen. Also, if you subscribe to the Pirate Professor channel, you'll see videos that I make on other topics that hopefully you'll enjoy. And now we've got a lot of English to do and a 10-minute puzzle to learn it with every day, so let's go do it.